Welcome to the Prescott Lab podcast, not just theory, practical science for everyone. I'm Dr. Jonathan Prescott, a physician and integrative medicine researcher at the Ravenshade Institute for Human Health. Let me paint you a picture. You open your eyes in the morning, no, scratch that, you don't even open them yet, because you don't need to, you already know that quiet, solid signal is there. The one that says your blood's still moving like a river in spring. Your hormones are firing like they used to, and you're still very much alive as a man. But what if that signal's been gone for weeks, months, maybe years? What if every morning starts in silence, not just in the room, but in your body? I'm here to tell you that silence isn't just about the bedroom. It's a headline your body's been trying to run past you. Something is off, and ignoring it could cost more than you think. Now, before we dig into why this matters, and trust me, you're going to want to hear this, let me ask you a small favor. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do it now, and hit that like button while you're at it. Every single like is not just a pat on the back, it's the fuel that keeps us bringing you the science, the strategies, and the straight talk that most men will never hear from their own doctors. You want more videos like this? That's how you make it happen. Because what we're about to cover isn't just about bringing back a part of your mornings. It's about bringing back a part of you. And it all starts with understanding why that missing signal is the most important health check you're not getting from your doctor. 1. The hidden signal every man over 60 should notice. Gentlemen, here's the thing most men never hear, not from their friends, not from their doctor, and certainly not from the evening news. That morning signal, it's not random. It's not just some leftover spark from the night before. It's one of the most reliable, brutally honest report cards your body gives you every single day. When it's there, firm, steady, and consistent, it means the three core systems that make you a man are working in sync. Your blood vessels are open and flexible, carrying a strong, steady rush of blood. Your hormones, especially testosterone, are at healthy levels, and your nervous system is balanced enough to let your body fully relax into deep, restorative sleep. But when that signal disappears, it's rarely by accident. Something in that chain, blood flow, hormones, nerve function, has started to break down. Maybe your vessels have stiffened, making it harder for blood to get where it needs to go. Maybe your testosterone production has slipped because your sleep isn't as deep as it used to be. Or maybe your nervous system is stuck in a low-grade stress mode, like a switch that never flips off. Here's what worries me. Too many men treat it like an embarrassing little glitch, something to ignore until it fixes itself. But in my 30 years of practice, I've seen it for what it really is, an early warning flare. Catch it now and you can turn things around. Wait too long and the damage doesn't just show up in the bedroom, it spreads to your heart, your brain, your energy, even your mood. And here's the part that surprises most men. In so many cases, it's not irreversible damage. It's a missing piece, something your body's been running low on without you even knowing. Replace it. And the mornings can change faster than you'd believe right now. Which brings us to the truth most men over 60 never see coming, because it's not about age at all. It's about a slow, silent theft happening inside your own body. 2. Why losing it isn't just about age. I can't tell you how many times I've heard this line in my office. Doc, I guess this is just what happens when you get older. It's the kind of thing men say when they've been carrying disappointment for so long it feels normal. They stop expecting more from their bodies. They start accepting less from their lives. And I'll be honest with you, that's one of the most dangerous lies a man can buy into. Yes, age changes things. Your hair might thin, your knees might complain, your reading glasses might creep up in strength. But that morning signal, losing it isn't a birthday penalty. It's not nature flipping a switch to tell you you're past your prime. In my 30 years of treating men, guys in their 50s, 60s, 70s, even 80s, I've seen it come back. Not with gimmicks, not with miracle pills, but with the right changes to restore the systems that control it. That's how I know age is not the enemy. The real enemy is neglect, letting a slow, silent process chip away at your health until one day you look back and wonder where it all went. And in so many cases, that process is fueled by something most men never suspect, a deficiency, not a rare disease, not some genetic curse. Just a basic, essential mineral that's been quietly draining from your system for years, leaving you with less strength, less drive, and less of that unmistakable signal in the morning. Gentlemen, that missing ingredient is far more common than you think. And when you understand what it does for your blood flow, your nerves, and your hormones, you'll see exactly why losing it flips a switch in the wrong direction. So let's name it. Let's expose the silent thief that's been stealing from you in plain sight. 3. The silent thief, magnesium deficiency. Let's talk about the quietest thief you'll ever meet. It doesn't kick in the door, it doesn't announce itself. It just slips in night after night, year after year, taking small pieces of your strength, your energy, your confidence, until one morning you realize the man you used to be has been slowly fading away. That thief is a deficiency, specifically magnesium. Now, I know what you're thinking, magnesium. Isn't that just some mineral in leafy greens and multivitamins? Yes, but it's also one of the most essential raw materials your body uses to keep the lights on. We're talking over 300 different processes, from relaxing your blood vessels so circulation flows freely, to calming your nervous system so you can sink into deep, restorative sleep, to giving your testosterone production the foundation it needs to actually thrive. When your levels drop, even a little, you feel it in ways you can't quite put your finger on at first. Sleep gets lighter, you toss and turn more, your focus gets fuzzy, your drive, both in and out of the bedroom, starts to feel like effort instead of instinct. And that morning signal, it becomes hit or miss until one day it's just gone. The cruel part, most men never suspect magnesium. They chalk it up to age, stress, or bad luck. But I've seen it again and again in my patients. Men in their 60s and 70s who thought their best days were long gone come back to life just by replacing what had been missing all along. And here's where it gets even more frustrating. It's not just about having magnesium in your diet. Because for men over 60, there's a hidden reason you're losing it faster than you can replace it. And if you don't fix that leak, it won't matter how much you try to pour in. For the triple system that powers erections, here's the truth most men never hear, even from their own doctors. An erection isn't just a down-there event, it's a full-body performance, and like any good performance, it takes an entire crew working behind the scenes to make it happen. That crew, 3 systems: blood flow, nerve function, hormone balance. If even one of them goes on strike, the show doesn't go on. Let's start with blood flow, the headliner. Without a strong, steady surge of blood into the penis, there's no firmness, no staying power, no confidence. Magnesium plays a starring role here by relaxing the smooth muscles in your blood vessel walls so they open wide and carry more blood with less effort. It also fights the inflammation that makes vessels stiff and unresponsive. Then we've got nerve function, the messenger. Every sensation, every signal that says it's time runs along your nerves. But years of stress, poor sleep, and certain health conditions can muffle those signals until they arrive late or not at all. Magnesium nourishes the nervous system, helping it fire faster and cleaner so your body responds when you want it to, not when it feels like it. And finally, hormone balance, the conductor. Testosterone is the driving force, but it has an enemy, cortisol, the stress hormone. When cortisol's high, testosterone drops. Magnesium helps bring cortisol back, clearing the way for testosterone to rise naturally and do its job. When these 3 systems, circulation, nerve response, and hormones, are all tuned and working together, you create the perfect environment for strong, reliable erections. And when you give your body the magnesium it's been missing, you're not forcing anything. You're just giving it the green light to do what it's built to do. But here's the thing, feeding those systems the right fuel is only half the battle. It's the timing of when you give it that can make the difference between nothing much and a complete turnaround. And that's where most men get it wrong. 5. Nighttime, the critical window for recovery. Most men think taking a supplement is like filling up a gas tank, just get it in there and you're good. But your body doesn't work like a gas station. It works like a factory with shifts, and the night shift, that's when the real magic happens. When you fall into deep sleep, your blood pressure naturally drops. Your blood vessels relax and widen. Your heart rate slows, giving your cardiovascular system a well-earned break. Your brain starts repairing itself, sweeping away the day's waste. And your body quietly, efficiently begins producing the majority of your daily testosterone. Now imagine this. Right before that repair shift starts, you give your body the very mineral it needs to do those jobs better. Magnesium steps in like a foreman who actually knows what he's doing, calming the nervous system so you drift into deeper sleep. Opening blood vessels so circulation improves everywhere, yes, everywhere, and lowering cortisol so testosterone can rise without interference. That's why timing is everything. If you take magnesium in the morning, it can still help, but it's not working in sync with your body's natural repair cycle. Take it about an hour before bed, and you're fueling the exact moment your systems are rebuilding themselves. That's how you wake up not just feeling rested, but feeling restored. And here's where it gets personal. When better sleep, improved circulation, and balanced hormones all come together overnight, the results often greet you first thing in the morning in a way that leaves no doubt. But before you run out and grab the first magnesium bottle you see, you need to know something. Not all magnesium is created equal. Pick the wrong kind, and you could waste your time, or worse, your comfort. 6. Why your body is running out faster after 60. Gentlemen, here's something that catches a lot of men off guard. They hear me talk about magnesium deficiency and say, "Doc, that can't be me. I eat pretty well." And I get it. Maybe you've swapped the fast food for grilled salmon. Maybe you've added spinach to your omelets. You think you're covered. But here's the inconvenient truth. After 60, it's not just about what you eat. It's about what your body can actually hold on to. Your digestive system, the gatekeeper, gets less efficient with age. The cells in your gut that once pulled magnesium out of your food like skilled harvesters start missing more and more of the crop. Even if your plate looks perfect, less of that magnesium makes it into your bloodstream. Then there's the slow, steady drain from modern life. Decades of processed foods stripped of minerals. Morning coffee and that evening glass of wine, both of which push magnesium right out of your system. And let's not forget the meds. Blood pressure pills, acid reflux drugs, diabetes medications, lifesavers in one way but magnesium thieves in another. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in the bottom. You keep pouring in, but it never stays full. And when your magnesium reserves drop low enough, your body starts rationing. It will keep just enough for survival, keeping your heart beating, your muscles moving, but not enough to keep you feeling strong, sharp, and sexually alive. That's when the signs creep in: lighter, more restless sleep, a duller edge to your focus, and yes, that missing morning signal. It's not betrayal, it's your body working with scraps. The good news, once you understand where the leak is, you can patch it. And the next step is making sure that when you do refill, you're using the right fuel in the right way, so your body actually absorbs it and puts it to work. 7. Picking the right magnesium for real results. Here's where a lot of men blow it. They hear magnesium, head to the store, grab the cheapest bottle on the shelf, and call it a day. Then 2 weeks later, they're back in my office saying, "Doc, I tried it, didn't feel a thing." When I ask which kind they took, it's almost always the same answer: magnesium oxide. And here's the problem: your body barely absorbs it. It's like pouring water on a dry sand. The good stuff never makes it where it needs to go. And to make matters worse, oxide can cause bloating or loose stools. That's not exactly the kind of surprise you want before bed. If you want results you can actually feel, you need a form your body can use. For men over 60, my go-to is magnesium glycinate, gentle on the stomach, highly absorbable, and with a calming effect that sets the stage for deeper, more restorative sleep. Magnesium citrate can also be useful, especially if you deal with occasional constipation, but for most men, glycinate is the gold standard for supporting both rest and sexual health. And let's talk dose. More is not better. For most men, 200 mg about an hour before bed is the sweet spot. Give your body a week to adjust. If you're tolerating it well, you can increase to 400 mg. Always take it with a glass of water, never with coffee, never with alcohol. One more thing: if you have kidney issues or take multiple medications, check with your doctor first. I don't care if it's me or someone else, get clearance. Your health isn't worth gambling over a supplement. When you get the form and dose right, it's like tuning an instrument. You hit the note clean and strong and your body responds in kind. But here's the kicker: even with the right magnesium, how you build your nighttime environment can make or break your results. 8. What changes you'll notice and when. The first thing most men ask me after they start is, "Doc, how soon before I feel it working?" And I always give them the same answer: this isn't a light switch, it's a seed. When you plant a seed, nothing happens on the surface right away, but under the soil there's movement, growth, roots digging in. Magnesium works the same way. Week 1, the earliest signs are subtle. Your sleep feels just a little heavier. You're waking up fewer times in the night, and your mornings don't feel quite as heavy. It's not magic, it's your nervous system finally starting to unclench. Week 2, the morning fog begins to lift. You have steadier energy through the day, your mood feels a notch lighter, and your patience is a little longer. These are the signs your hormones are starting to rebalance, even if you don't see the full picture yet. Week 3 and beyond, this is when I start seeing smiles in my office that I haven't seen in years. Men tell me they're waking up with stronger, more consistent erections, not forced, not mechanical, but natural. Their bodies are remembering how to work the way they used to. And because blood flow, nerves, and hormones are all improving together, it's not just about the mornings. Energy, confidence, and drive spill over into every part of their lives. Now, every man's timeline is different. Some notice changes sooner, others take a bit longer. But the men who stick with it, who give their bodies time to layer benefit on top of benefit, are the ones who see the biggest transformations. And if you really want to turn good into exceptional, there's one more step, a small nightly habit that can double your results without adding a single pill. 9. The bedtime ritual that doubles the benefit. Here's something I've noticed after decades of working with men. The ones who get the best results from magnesium aren't the ones who just swallow a pill and crash into bed. They're the ones who set the stage. Think of your body like a high-performance engine. Even the best fuel won't do much if the engine's running hot, rattling, and clogged. You have to cool it down, clear it out, and prime it for the night shift. And the beauty is you don't need an hour-long routine. In fact, the simpler it is, the better it works. For some men, it's a warm shower to loosen tight muscles and wash away the day's stress. For others, it's 5 minutes of slow, deep breathing while lying on the bed with legs slightly elevated, letting gravity help circulation flow back to the heart. Some stretch gently, some just sit quietly with the lights low and the phone out of sight. These small actions send a powerful signal to your nervous system. It's safe to relax now, repair mode on. And when you add magnesium into that environment, it's like giving your body a set of clear instructions: calm down, rebuild, restore. I've had men in their 70s tell me they hadn't slept through the night in decades until they paired magnesium with a calming bedtime ritual. Suddenly, they were waking up rested, energized, and yes, greeted by that unmistakable morning signal they thought was gone for good. Consistency is the secret here. Do it night after night and the results stack. You're not forcing your body, you're leading it back to the state it's designed to live in. And when those results start showing up, they don't just change your mornings. They start spilling over into every corner of your life in ways you might not expect. 10. Beyond the bedroom, why this changes everything. Gentlemen, let's be clear. What we've been talking about here is not just about what happens between the sheets. When you restore that morning signal, you're not just reclaiming a private part of yourself, you're jump-starting your entire life. Better sleep sharpens your thinking, makes your memory more reliable, and steadies your mood. Improved blood flow doesn't stop at the waist. It powers your heart, fuels your brain, and keeps your muscles ready for action. Balanced hormones don't just help with desire, they put that drive back into everything you do. I've seen it in my patients again and again. Men who came to me hunched over, drained, certain their best years were behind them, start walking into my office with their shoulders back, their eyes brighter, their voices stronger. They take on projects they'd been avoiding for years. They laugh more. They connect more deeply with the people they love. And they carry themselves like they remember who they are. That's the real win here. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about unlocking the version of yourself that age tried to bury under fatigue, stress, and self-doubt. And all it takes to start is one small, consistent step, a nightly choice that tells your body, I'm not done yet. Because when you make that choice tonight, the changes you see tomorrow morning could be the first of many that ripple through every part of your life. 11. Closing challenge. Gentlemen, we've covered a lot tonight. You now know why that morning signal matters more than you've been told, how a silent magnesium deficiency can steal it away, why men over 60 lose it faster, and how timing, the right form, and a simple bedtime ritual can bring it back. But here's the truth, knowing isn't enough. You can't think your way back to strength, you have to act. So here's my challenge to you tonight: make the decision. Get the right magnesium, set the stage for real recovery, and give your body what it's been quietly asking for. Do it once and you've taken the first step. Do it night after night and you'll be shocked at how quickly your body thanks you, not just in the morning, but in every part of your life. If you found value in what we talked about today, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next step in this journey. And click like, not for my ego, but because every single like tells me this work matters and gives me the drive to keep making more for men like you. Leave a comment below, tell me if you're starting tonight or if you've already noticed changes since adding magnesium. I read them, I respond, and your words might be exactly what another man needs to hear to take action himself. Gentlemen, you're not broken, you're not finished, and the next chapter can start tonight if you let it.